Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the OBRL Gary Corbett Truck Race on Wednesday night with the OBRL Racing League. Ken, how you doing tonight?
Hey, doing real good, Pete. Looking forward to this race tonight. We have a full field of trucks tonight. We are 42 strong.
Yeah, it's been an interesting practice. The guys seem to have a handle on the trucks. A couple of mistakes, but nevertheless, it seems like it's going to be a really interesting race. I expect this pack to be going round and round all night long. Looks like our Ralph Vander Vorste qualified in first position tonight, leading this truck field off to the green flag.
Yeah, Rolf is fast tonight. Good
He's
runner.
bad,
yeah, I know.
He was
I
real
was
strong
fucking with him.
last season. He's doing
No,
really well out there
I
for the OBRL.
what
Yeah, Ken, it's going to be quite interesting tonight. I think we definitely had our work cut out for us. I think because it's going to be a very difficult field to watch, being as tight as they are. But I definitely am waiting with anticipation for the big one. It looks like we only had 15 qualifiers tonight, so I think that a lot of guys are thinking the back of the field is the safest place.
Well, we raced here Monday night in the ARCA car, and a lot of guys had the same idea, and it worked out for some of us really well, and not so well for others. As a reminder tonight, people, we have stage racing tonight also in the truck season series. So we're going 20 laps. We're going to bring them all in and do another 20, and then the rest of the way for the remainder of the race.
Yeah, this stage racing definitely has put a monkey wrench in a lot of people's programs. We've been trying this out in the 12-week series with the trucks and also what the national series, I think OBRL is running those stages in.
Yeah, it's something that the OBRL is trying out during the off season here between we get back to the big seasons and all that, just to see if it's a good fit for this league.
Yep, it looks like we're getting one lap to go green. This is a pretty long pace lap here.
All right,
Pace
guys,
laps are
yeah,
definitely on. We got some chitter chatter on the race channel.
Yeah, we got the Grand Poobah giving final directions again for all the drivers out there, and I wish all these guys good luck, and it's going to be a long race. 72 laps tonight, so should be a lot of fun. So people just sit on back and enjoy. Hey, throw something out in the chat. Let us know who's out there listening and watching us tonight. Appreciate you watching.
I tell you, logo on that truck, and probably 80 miles an hour space speed, no on and off the throttle, and let's switch lanes for the start-finish line. Good luck, everybody.
I'd like to say hello to Tim Corder out there saying, hey, guys, thanks for the broadcast. You're welcome, Tim, and hopefully you enjoy tonight's broadcast.
Hey, thanks, Tim. Appreciate it much, and we'll look forward to racing against you here shortly. I know you've been a member of OBRL for a while, and thanks for watching us tonight. Pete, we're coming down the green here.
Yeah, we are. It looks like they're nice and tight. Getting ready to take that green flag. Green flag is waving. What can takes about a lap or two to get up to speed here at Daytona International Speedway. Looks like Ralph maintains his lead right now with a 0.2 with Troy, so.
It's a cool, comfortable night in Daytona. Air temperature 77 degrees, track temperature 80 degrees. Very little wind, so the wind's not going to play a factor with these trucks tonight.
Looks like we have, the number 5 truck going a little late. We do have had some EOL penalties handed out tonight, so some guys are starting at the back of the field. Not by choice.
Looks like everyone got around the first lap here nice and clean so far. Good job by these drivers.
Yeah, like I said, this is going to be 2x2 all night long. Let's see who has the guts to make it 3 wide, and hopefully they don't do it till late in the race.
Yeah, we don't want early carnage. That's for sure. We had a little bit Monday night, and we had a nice couple of green flag runs and all that, and so hopefully they learned their lesson from after Monday night's race.
Well, we made it through safely 2 laps of the first of the 72 that we have tonight. I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing tonight. Everybody seems to be relatively just keeping their cool. So, heard in practice last night that the truck was a big handful. And with that, I think these guys are going to be a little timid in the beginning of this race.
Yeah, temperature might be a little cooler tonight than what was in practice session last night, so that might help these guys out just a tad. I see we got Troy Torgerson leading this thing with Mike Watts running second and Ralph Vander third, Christopher Charanza in fourth, and running out top five, Jeffrey Orden.
I'm seeing something in them top two I wasn't kind of expecting. It looks like they actually got away from the pack a little bit and on our single file.
Yeah, but I think these trucks really suck up really nice, and I think it's kind of a challenge for these guys when they do get a run going. That how much do they have to back off the throttle so they don't rear end the guy in front of them?
Absolutely, it's we're looking at the lead pack right now. It does look like there's a break between these trucks, but all in all, it's two solid packs.
That it is. It's definitely a good sized pack in the front, and then the rest of everyone else is running pretty much. It's almost going into 3 groups almost now. So, but it's real early. There's going to be cautions, and it's going to all tighten up again later on.
I am noticing the number 5 of John. What is it, John Held? It looks like
what are we doing on the bottom, guys? We're like in
running the backstretch right now. So he's off the pace. But 57 dives into the pit lane.
Yeah, I saw Jeff Gilmore drive down the pit lane. I'm not sure what happened there.
Wonder if he's considering a short pit for the stage racing tonight.
Well, we got approximately a 20 lap fuel run, and we got a 20 lap stage, so they may have to pit. So that's going to be a strategy play, and maybe Jeff is thinking do an early pit and try to stay with the lead group, but looks like he's got an extended stay in there.
Yeah, it definitely does look like he got an extended stay. Wonder if he overheated already. I mean, I would find that hard to believe, but something happened to him.
I wonder if he had some damage from early, maybe if he got into somebody.
Watching the 42 and the 73. The 73 is all over the back bumper of number 16. These lines don't look like they've got much movement as far as a faster line around this racetrack. The front pack is separating itself from that second pack of the 145. It definitely is starting to split up.
Second pack starts with about the 15th position with Wally Tirheimer leading that group of cars. Wally's got a heck of a paint job on that thing, man. It's kind of an interesting truck.
Yeah, it is. A lot of guys are getting paints done by Mike Watts for us, and he's using that new spec map. We're seeing some graphic hits on that for frame rate, but I'll tell you what, the spec maps are looking really nice whenever he's getting some of these guys done.
Pete, I'm not able to get contact with Jeff Gilmore. I'm not sure what's happening there with him. So we'll kind of continue what's going on here.
Sounds good, Ken. It's just wondering what happened to him jumping off so far. Might have had a personal issue, had to get out.
Hey, we're 9 laps in and we're running pretty clean yet, but them groups are becoming pretty distinct with how big that first group is compared to the rest of them.
Yeah, as you can see from the shot there, these cars are starting to string out a little bit, going single file, trying to catch that lead pack.
Check up, guys. Hang on.
Checking out.
The leaders are coming up to a lap car here. Hopefully that don't create a problem for those guys out there.
Still out there?
Yeah.
Okay, Gary, room.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Our sponsor, Gary Corbett, seemed to have a little bit of problem, drop back a little bit. I heard some chatter about it, but it looked like there was a checkup. It seems like everybody got through pretty good there.
Yeah, everything worked out okay. We're still going green and things are going strong.
Looks like that second pack has caught the first pack, but now we have a third pack sitting in the back there, just kind of riding it by. Sitting there right now with number 17 Tirheimer. We got our league admin, or our league owner, number 67, also in that backpack. I think these guys have the right idea. Again with Mike Schrader as well, number 4.
Yeah, Mike had an EOL, so he ended up starting back there, but I think he's in a good position back there right now, along with a couple of the other drivers for the OBRL.
Absolutely. He's a smart racer, so I'm sure he's just biding his time, understanding that there could be a big one here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these guys are going to end up pitting or what. I'm kind of concerned if they can get only 20 to the 20 laps of, are they going to be able to get back to the pit area after they get the caution? Hate to see guys run out of fuel trying to get their stage points.
We're looking at what, lap 13 of 72, so we'll be looking at pits in the next 5 to 7, maybe 8 laps.
Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to how this is all going to pan out here. But I got to hand to these guys. They're doing a nice job of keeping it clean right now.
Absolutely. Keeping that truck underneath them and just getting some laps under their belt, I think, is the way to go for tonight's race.
I'll give you a top 5 rundown real quick. We got Ralph Vander leading their pack. Mike Watt second. Ed Adams running third. Troy Torgerson running fourth and running our top 5. Truck number 16, Tony Womack. Talking to Steve Thompson before racing, he set the overall number at 8, which seems kind of high, but we do have 2 of them built in with the stage racing. Talking to Kevin Rupert, he says we're going to be under 8. He was figuring 6 or 7. Coco, what's your feeling on this? Now that we've seen about 14 laps.
I'm thinking these guys have gotten it together. I'm a little worried about a late caution, but I'm going to go under.
Oh, I think I got to go under too. These guys are doing a great job out here.
Fantastic job. That 99's got number 49, Troy Torgerson, right all over his back bumper. I'm sure his mirror's quite full at this point.
Well, those guys are teammates, so I'm sure they got good conversation going between both of them and making sure that they don't overheat their motors and lose a motor. See Gary Corbett, our sponsor for tonight's race. He's running in the top 10, so Gary's got another nice run after Monday night's impressive win in the ARCA car here at Daytona.
Absolutely, our sponsor, Gary Corbett, um, famous musician, keyboardist. Check out his stuff at GaryCorbett.com. Nice website, just recently launched, and nice redone website. Give it a look at there. Like I said, our sponsor for the truck race, GaryCorbett.com, guys.
Yeah, we're about 3 laps before we start getting into our stage run here, so we'll see what strategy starts playing out here. That lead group is about a half a lap ahead of that second group, so it's quite a, the back group is really taking their time trying to catch up here, but I don't think they can. I don't think they got enough truck power up there to try to catch up right now. I think they're going to need that stage stop in order to get up there again.
Yes, they will. It looks real good in there, but when you're sitting here looking at the broadcast booth, but going into a ride along here with the number 99 sitting behind, or I'm sorry, 49 sitting behind our leader, the 99, you can see exactly, how intense some things get, and what it looks like out there. It's not as easy as one might think. You're holding that truck down, trying to keep out of everybody's way and everybody's lines. Not much visibility into those corners.
No, you gotta have your seat just right so you can see up and get through the corner with your eyesight, so you don't get blinded. Have a blind spot as you come out of the corner.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting to watch.
I see Jeff Gilmore's back on track again, so good to see Jeff back.
Wrecking.
Oh, you got a spin.
Wreck, check up, go.
Looks like a big one. Everybody's getting caught up in it. Everybody's getting caught.
Big wreck, dude.
And there's a whole mess of trucks back there.
We are stopped in the back stretch here.
I gotta let the 8 car by.
See, Mike Watts has big rear end damage on his truck.
Yeah, I'm not sure what caused that one, but it was just inevitable here at Daytona to see something like that.
Yeah, play again.
Here's got pace car, middle of the back. 3/4 away down the back.
Yeah, Pete, I'm trying to figure out what all happened here. I'm going to go back and take a look here and see what happened here.
Well, we are 19-72, so that should end the stage
Are we
race.
going to get a tow 73?
Roger, pits are closed. Leader will not go to the pits. Pits are closed, guys. One more lap around. Pits are closed. Pace car,
Start finish line.
land entry.
Looks like we have no takers.
Checking up off of 4. Checking up off
No
of 4.
takers for that pit lane yet, Ken. Pit lanes are
No,
closed, I
I
believe,
think
right?
the leader said
Jim, how's
what
the
happened, I
truck
think,
look?
is Tony Womack looked like he might have come down in front of Mike Watts, kind of causing that, but we'll have to take a closer look at that later on. But what I see right now is what happened, but it took out a lot of real good trucks. I see
You're
Troy
good.
Torgerson with a lot of damage, and
Left
Dave
hand
Wood
side.
with a little bit of damage, Mike Watts with some damage.
How's my front look?
Roger, leader got the call pit.
Yeah, I went through the grass and then jumped off the fucking hill just as the pit entrance was there.
We'll let these guys get their thoughts together, and we'll see if we can bring one or
That's
two
true.
down and get a report of what really happened there, Pete.
Absolutely. It looks like 42 is going to be bringing us down to pit lane. We'll see if I'm expecting the whole field to come in, to be honest.
Well, if they're not out of fuel, they're going to be real soon.
Currently lap 20 of 72, so
Looking at the rear end of Mike Watts, I don't think the damage on his truck's going to give him a big problem, but it may just slow him down a little bit. But being in the draft, I think he's going to be okay.
and here we have everybody coming down pit lane. Doesn't look like anybody stayed out at this point.
I see Josh Robinson stayed out. He's going to try to catch a lap.
I see him coming around now. And they come out of pit lane. Whoa, 42 gets wild coming out of the pits. Spun his tires and ended up spinning right into the inside wall, it looks
Somebody
like.
tried going out without tires.
That's a bad break for Ed. He was leading coming into the stage. There's a small bump coming out of the pit chute there. I wonder if he hit that with the accelerator down and it broke him loose.
Looks like he got back in line here.
Yeah, I saw you doing the victory donut a little too early.
Busy place at pit lane. Seems like everybody else makes it out without incident.
I see Troy Torgerson still in pit road. Oh, he's just starting to roll right now. So he had extended stop, getting some damage fixed on his truck.
Well, this definitely puts our group back together again.
Yeah, I think for the next 20 laps, so you're going to see basically the same thing, though, and then they're going to go hard for the last 32 laps after that.
Start finish.
See, we do have a couple drivers that disconnected. I see Christopher Tranza disconnected, and Jeff Gilmore also called it quits and loaded her up for the night.
What is it, Cody Dunham sitting in 26? Cody's a new driver with OBRL, correct?
A lot of right
Yeah, it's first run that I'm aware of with Cody. Welcome to the OBRL, Cody, and glad to have you, and good luck to you.
He's still out there in 21st position.
5,000 RPM.
Looks like he's doing pretty well.
We got a couple of three-digit cars. We got Wally Tirheimer running 6th, and Chris Voyles running 7th. So we got a couple of
All right, guys.
the newer guys to the
Tighten it
OBRL
up.
running in our top 10. So that's great to see.
Or tighten it up. You don't see the logo on the truck. 5 second gear. Go on green. Good luck. Good run in that first one.
I see Troy's got 2 laps down to the leaders that from fixing damage. So that's a bad break for Troy. He's a great runner with the OBRL. Runs all 4 divisions. Very solid in all 4 of them.
Looks like we're going to be coming into the green flag this time, so these guys will get ready, tighten them buckles, and get up on that wheel again.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go, green flag's out. The group's ready to go. Looks like the top row be in front of Mike Schrader there, number 4, 141, at a slow start maybe, holding back that top line.
Yeah, I possibly missed a shift or something like that. That's that or just purposely trying to hold back a little bit and trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like it. And it looks like 162 is going over underneath the number 4. I think number 4 is going to let that slide back. I don't think he wants to mix it up just yet. They do seem to be joshing around with the turbulence a little bit coming off of that turn 4 there.
Yeah, they're buffering a little bit out in the wind there, and but they're doing a pretty nice job of keeping control of things and all that. I see our friend John Hastings running in the top 10, so great run for John Hastings in the Tide truck.
Absolutely, and then we have our top 3 currently after that restart: Ed Larson, Dave Coburn, and Ralph Vandersloot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ed created any damage, if he tapped the wall or not when he got out of pit road there, but somehow was able to hold his starting position there.
Right now we got single foul for the top 3. It looks like we're having a challenge for the 3rd position on the outside line, of course.
Nice job by Mike Schrader, starting with an EOL at the end of the pack, and he's running 11th or 12th there, so he's doing a great job.
Well, if you want to get an EOL, I think Daytona's the race you want to get it at.
Oh, that's one of them that doesn't hurt you too bad at all. It's a short track like Bristol or something like that, or Martinsville, that can really ruin your chances of doing well in that race.
Absolutely. Daytona, not so much. You can get your lap back pretty quick. Looks like that outside line is moving up towards the front of the pack with the side-by-side racing right now next to Ed Larson.
See, we have a couple trucks coming out of the pit road right now. They're going to stay down low enough that these lead pack trucks will be able to go right around them on the outside.
You know, if they hook up and go single file, they could actually stay ahead of that group. We were noticing that there wasn't that big of a benefit by the groups, comparatively speaking, prior to the patch. Seems like these trucks just don't have. We were actually watching a single car kind of beat a pack. So if they get in line, I think they could pull away.
See Ken Huff in the 46 truck coming down pit road. Not sure what issues Ken is having right now, but wish him the best. Hopefully he gets his truck back out here shortly and continues on.
.28 comes down and touches that yellow line. I'm not sure how bad that upsets the truck, but I don't like the feeling when it happens to me.
That is for sure, Coco. That is for sure. Boy, they're just quicking off laps here. We're already lap 27, so we've been doing a nice job, and before we know it, this stage is going to be halfway done.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we do go green flag, how these guys are going to do these pit strategies for the stage racing.
Well, I think they're going to be okay on this stage here. It's the last stage that if they stay green for a long period of time, we're definitely going to see some green flag stops.
Thomas Ogle is off the pace. I'm not sure if he's a lap down or not, but he jumps down below the yellow line and lets everybody go by.
For any of you guys that are new to the OBRL, welcome for watching tonight. If you're interested in racing with us, if you're 35 years or older, have a I rating of under 3,500, interested in racing in a good league that prides itself in most of the time very nice clean racing and good sportsmanship, take a look at us at OBRL.com.
Yeah, the buffeting is definitely, it looks like what, the 45 goes down below the yellow line, lets everybody by. Looks like that lead pack is definitely catching the 46 currently. It's definitely going to get them, making them go to the high line to let these guys by.
Yeah, I think both of those guys have some damage. I think they're, being only a 2-car pack and having damage, I think they're going to get eaten alive by this lead pack real soon here.
Yeah, Tony Romack 16 and Ken Huff 46. Right now getting chased down by the lead pack.
Yeah, I know Tony was involved in that big crash at lap 20, so I'm sure that's hurting him a lot.
We're already seeing the 46 of Ken Huff go to the high line to get everybody by him.
Kind of nice to see start of a new season and a lot of new paint jobs for a lot of these guys out there. A lot of sharp looking trucks out there this season.
Yeah, there are some really good looking trucks. OBRL prides itself on using some classic paint schemes in all the series, but a lot of guys will come out with some new paint jobs every once in a while, switch it up, and I kind of like that.
A lot of creativity out there by a lot of these guys.
In front of me, but
It's kind of just checking in with Kevin Rupert, and he's just running in the back, running 32nd position right now, and just waiting for the last 30 laps.
Well, we're sitting at 32 of 72. We got 40 laps to go.
See Jim Westerfield all by himself in 3 and 4. Oh, we got a yellow.
No, keep going, guys. Keep
Yellow
driving.
flag's out. Not sure why.
Watch out, we got a slow one in the wall.
Whoop.
Slow one.
We had 16. Tony Romack seemed to get into the wall or someone over there as they brushed the wall, slowed down. Tony had nowhere to go.
Checking up in 3.
Yeah, Coco, I'm not sure what brought that yellow out. We're going to do some checking on that because I don't see anything that really caused that yellow.
I'm just wondering if it was a slow car. iRacing might have thought it was an issue, which wasn't.
Middle backstretch, slow down.
These guys bring it down one more time. Look like the pace car's entering turn 3 currently. I'm waiting to see kind of what happens here. Right now, they can't make it all the way, obviously. Still a 2-stop race, correct, Kim?
Well, they can make it to the end of this stage if they wanted to. But then they're going to have to stop at lap 40 to fuel up for the last third of the last stage of this race.
Lap 40 or lap 50, correct?
Lap 40 is going to be end of our second stage.
Yeah, but then we have 10 laps before they can go whole hard, so because they only get 20 laps out of it, right? Out of
We
fuel.
do have a couple drivers that are going down pit road getting service.
You pit no nine?
Had a couple guys stay out.
Very interesting. Let's see how this pans out for everybody.
I'd say it's about a 50-50 split of who went in and who stayed out.
Lap 40 being our stage end, I'm wondering, these guys are looking at stage points at this point. And then coming in at that point, or, hoping for that, they're thinking another caution is going to come out after the stage.
Yeah, we got 42 different strategies going on out there right now.
Absolutely. It's crazy. Ken, I'm showing Troy Turgeson, Christopher Carranza, Davey Wood, and Jeff Gilmore disconnect. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I see too. Rough night for those gentlemen, and hey, we wish them some great luck next Wednesday night.
Checking up, back at pack 3, turn 3.
Pete, I'm going to go up and try to catch Gary Corbett real quick, and let's see if we can give him a nice quick talk with.
Sounds good.
Scarp on the start finish line.
Corbett, you got your ears on. This is Ken and Coco in the booth.
I got him.
Hey, congratulations on your win Monday night. Great job out there. And how did that?
Thank you. It was a fun one, man. That was a good one. It's my first speedway, but it was definitely a lot of fun. I hope I didn't use up all my luck Monday night, though.
I seen you're involved in that crash at lap 20. Can you tell us what happened out?
Not really sure. I know is I got clipped in the left rear when I had about 30 seconds worth of damage. That's why I'm back in 23rd now. I think I was third when we finished the stage, but I had to sit for the 30 seconds. So hopefully I'll be able to make some moves soon.
How's that truck doing for you? Is it buffering? Is it doing good for you?
Yeah, you got to be careful of it. Definitely, especially when you're around a lot of other trucks, you can definitely feel it. And, I've been playing with the throttle to kind of keep it under control going into the turns. Kind of anticipating that. Seems to be helping.
Fantastic. Well, we're enjoying watching you up here. We'll watch you get through that field, and good luck tonight. And hope everything kind of comes out for you, and you still ride that wave of that win.
Thank you. It's definitely fun wherever I wind up.
Hey, Gary, also a quick thank you for sponsoring this series and all that. It's a great addition to the OBRL, and thank you so much.
Oh, man, I love the league. It's the first league I ever joined when I joined iRacing, and it's the only one I've still in.
As we said, gentlemen, this is Gary Corbett, famous keyboardist. You can see his site at garycorbett.com. Stop by, check out his site. It was just revamped. It looks great. Good luck with that, and good luck with your endeavors, Gary, and enjoy.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Great job. Thanks again, Gary. Have a good night.
Yeah, it was Gary Corbett. Fine gentleman, good racer, and a lot of fun to be around.
Absolutely. He's one of those well-respected drivers here in the OBRL, and what he does for the league is very much appreciated. We look forward to many more races with Gary.
Oh, most definitely. Nice guy. High-quality guy. So we're on lap 37, so we're closing at the end of the stage. So this is going to be kind of a mad dash here until we get to lap 40. So I'm wondering if we're going to see another quick caution here before we get to lap 40 because trying to get some extra stage points here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the mad dash, and they're coming there right now. Pace car lights are out. They're definitely tightening them belts, getting up on that wheel, ready to go again. We're sitting at what, 2 cautions for this race, which is not a bad deal right now. Green flag. Leader's pulling us to the green flag. He's looking for it to be waving. Pace car turns off.
Green, green, green.
Green flag waves. 42 brings us to the stripe. That second line never seems to get the drive that bottom line gets off of turn 1 there. Every restart so far. I'm wondering if that top line's not the best place to be on a restart.
Yeah, it looks like it's either the lead car in that group is getting a late start, or if it's just the air working out just right where these guys can't get a good run going.
Yeah, I've noticed at every restart right now, and it seems like that once they're back there, they're having a really hard time getting up next to that leader.
Jump up, Robert. Let's go for it.
Looks like some guys are chatting on the race channel to go ahead and get those points. He's saying go for it. We'll have to see how that works out for them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if some of these guys are going to try to make this go 3 wide just for stage points. I hate to see that happen and get a big wreck because of it.
Got to remember, stage points aren't worth leaving the race. First and second spot of Ed Larson or Ralph Vander is definitely, they're pulling away from the group right now. They're looking at getting them stage points.
Well, Ralph being our fast qualifier tonight, you know he's definitely fast out there.
Caution, yellow.
Caution comes out again. I don't see a reason for it.
Believe that be for the stage. That's a stage stop, I believe, right there, Pete.
Okay, I apologize. That ends our space. We should put the 42 of Ed Larson in the stage win.
I seen the opening. I thought somebody's got to try to pass the leaders. You got to jump up. Pace car did not come out right there.
Yeah, there's definitely no help on the top there.
Listen to the driver chatter out there. I guess the pace car did not come out, and
10 seconds.
it could be a problem with some of these guys with fuel if they're hurting on fuel. They may not get back to pit road.
Yeah, I'm seeing the pace car right now in between turn 1 and turn 2. 42's catching them, entering 1 right now.
Yeah, I think these guys will be okay.
Leader's got pace car just exited the pit lane to get in the back straight.
Hopefully Ed will get out of the pit road a little cleaner this time than he did the last time in the first stage.
Yeah, I think he's a bit of a rush maybe, or trying to maybe push them tires a little bit to get some heat in them. I'm not quite sure. He's usually pretty good coming out of there.
Yeah, you take your concentration away from you just for a split second. That can burn you out there.
Pace car 3.
I see Dave Wood has disconnected. He was in the pit area for many laps, being extended laps down with damage. So
Yeah, you're good.
decided they couldn't get the truck fixed and decided to load her up for the night.
Yeah, it's a shame. We'll see them next week, I'm sure.
This is a 12-week season for these guys, and we're actually going to be running Christmas night in this league, so everyone's going to have a full day of friends and family and then come down and compete against each other for a few more laps after that.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these friends and family are sitting there showing off their rig, showing off some OBRL racing, letting them have an audience to watch those races.
Yeah, definitely. Quite a few cars did stay out, so they're going to be sitting in really good shape. And the guys who just pitted now after leading the front part of this second stage, they're going to be starting towards the back of the pack now.
Yes, they are, and I think that's what concerns me about stage racing. If you want to take the win and then you go into the pits and somebody's already pitted, that may be slower than you, that's where you start running into some issues of, you know, trying to make that pass. It's harder to get through 43 cars, 43 trucks in this case.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm seeing right now, Pete, is we got a couple of our 3-digit vehicles leading this thing. We got Wally Tirheimer and Chris Voyles running 1-2 here, and that's a good job by these newer members of OBRL.
Absolutely. I'm just wanting to see if they actually stayed out there to maybe lead a lap, or if, you know, the 147, or if they're actually going to go ahead and bring that in. I don't know how many, if they were laps down or what's the deal here.
No, Wally was running 5th when we came in at the end of the second stage there, so.
Huh. That should be quite interesting, having 3 new guys running that field. It looks like number 12's dipping in at this point. Kevin Rupert in 27th position, getting more fuel.
Well, they'd have to make one more stop. If they can stay green, they only need to do one more stop after that, and that would be, I would think most guys would probably split this in half and go 20. We got 30 to go, so probably 15 laps on each segment of their green flag run.
We're counting on another caution. I'll tell you what, I talked to the drivers on practice last night. They said that there was none, no tire fall off for an entire 40-lap race. So some guys were just getting fuel.
Yeah, iRacing instituted the V7 tire for the truck now this season, and it's going to be a learning curve for some of these guys. I'm sure some tracks will have a little bit more tire wear, but this track has never really been hard on tires.
No, it hasn't, but they're not replacing any. They went in with a 20-lap run, was 100% on all 4 tires, even after a run.
I find it hard to believe. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, iRacing has to make some adjustments, I'm sure.
They must have some hard rocks for tires.
They don't have any air in them. They're just solid tires like our old bicycles. Some of you are too young to remember that, but some of you giggled along with us.
Well, I'm not going to date myself, but I do remember those days.
This will be 28 laps of racing left to go. We're on currently 29th lap. Kevin may be banking on trying to get 29 laps. There's just no way, in my opinion, even if he did do a gas and go on that last one.
No, I don't see it when they're getting about a 20, 21 lap fuel run. So there's no way you could hold off that many laps.
You can't fit enough in that tank unless he's got a water jug sitting next to him filled with fuel.
The only advantage you can get is the longer you can stay out there, the shorter your pit stop's going to be, because you need less fuel at the end, and that would be the only way to save some time.
All right, guys, time to tell you, see the logo on the truck in front of you, second gear, go on green. Good luck, everybody. Time to take her 3 wide now.
Uh-oh.
I believe that was going to be words of wisdom out there by Graham Puba and all that, and we'll see. We got some wicked racing coming up here for the last 28.
I don't think it was words of wisdom. I think it was bait.
Dangling a carrot in front of us, that's all. That's right.
Driver chatter has been pretty quiet out there, is what I can tell. We do have 34 trucks yet on our lead lap out of the 41 that started, so good majority of them still in contention to win this thing.
Absolutely, this is still a full field in my opinion, and we get ready to go to green.
Green
Green
flag.
flag waves, and we are off and running. I'm watching that top line again, Ken, because I want to see if maybe the starts are the problem or the air's the problem. I'm not quite sure. But it looks like somebody's on top line, hung out to dry with no help.
The yellow flag is
Yellow
out.
flag
Another
came out.
caution.
Not quite sure what happened to that to bring out that caution, but Ken's going to check that out for us and see if he can come back and give us a report. I didn't see anything that would warrant a caution flag.
Pete, looks like we had some bumper tay going on middle of the pack on the restart,
In the
and
middle of the backstretch.
Jim Westerfield got spun around backwards, and a whole bunch of other trucks got involved, and not sure what all happened there, but looks like our review committee is going to have some work to do after this one.
That's not something you'd like to hear. These guys, simply do their best on these restarts, but sometimes that accordion effect will get you. But I'm sure the OBRL review committee will look at that and see who's at fault.
Yeah, I got into the back of somebody there too, and I'm sorry, there's obviously nothing I can do. So.
Yeah, I got nothing definitive, but we do have quite a few trucks with some damage. I see Dave DeGeris with a whole bunch of rear end damage. I know Pop Skeeter got turned around backwards, and so it's kind of a shame. But that was more back about the last third of our pack of trucks that got involved in that.
Yeah, that's a shame. We'll see how this works out for them. Hopefully they can get it fixed, get back out there, and still be in contention.
Jeffrey Orden has been in the pits for extended stops since this, so he must have been involved in this and causing quite some time in the pit area here.
Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of gray sitting in our pits right now, so we'll see where this ends up. We have 26 laps to go. This
140,
may
are you the lucky dog?
help
Is telling you to
Kevin.
come by me.
Kevin Rupert, who pitted in, and we weren't sure if he was going to try to go the 29 laps or what he was doing, but ended up getting it looked like a top off on the fuel, right around lap 32, 33. Is that right, Ken?
Yeah, I still don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off yet. Maybe if they stay in a nice tight draft and they have an outside chance at it.
Fuel management, as we always, talk about with the 67 Steve Thompson. He's a master at it. Maybe him and Kevin are chit-chatting right now, trying to figure this out, see if they can pull that out.
Boy, I haven't heard much from Eddie Jones tonight. Not sure what's going on with Eddie.
Well, Eddie's not a big fan of the super speedway, so I bet he's just going for IPL, getting in the back of the field, getting some points, and making smart moves and just taking his time.
Eddie's running 21st right now. We still do have 34 trucks on the lead lap yet, so we really didn't lose anybody off the lead lap. We still have Wally Tirheimer and Chris Voyles and Ben Shepard and Brian Glass, Gary Corbett, John Hastings, Ralph Vander, Kevin Eitner, Ed Adams, and Tony Womack rounding out our top 10 tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely a caution I'm sure they didn't want to see, but it's definitely going to play right into the fuel mileage thing.
See Thompson and Rupert both coming out of the pit area right now, so they both went to top off real quick, along with Jim Westerfield. The 09 truck of Brian McCubbin also dumping into the pit area real quick.
Still got the pace lights on the pace car. Looks like we're going to go to green after crossing the start finish line. Be our one to go. Ken, I'm going to put you on the spot here. 25 to go. You see who's in the front, who's in the back. You have any prediction for this race?
Well, I'm looking at the Brian Glass truck right now and the 87 Kodak truck, and always a good runner. But I also like seeing who right behind him, and that's Gary Corbett. I'd like to see him go back-to-back Monday, Wednesday, and show these guys, yeah, he can be a team sponsor, but yeah, he can also come out and race against these guys very strongly.
I'm actually going to go ahead and choose the Gary Corbett riding the wave, and I'm going to see, I'm hoping, like you, that Gary Corbett and the 87 will get together and push their way to the front here. I'd like to see him in at least top 5.
Yeah, I got to give a quick shout out here to John Hastings running in 6th place right now. That's a great run for John Hastings in that tight truck.
Absolutely a great run, and John does a lot for us. We do the live broadcast of the full race, but John takes the highlight clips and makes a clips of every race that we have, and it really a really good quality highlight video of every race. So we have the full race, and then we have John's race, which is the highlights, and he does a fantastic job, and we'd like to thank him for all the work he's doing as well.
Yeah, those 15-minute clips are a lot of fun to watch when you don't have all the time in the world to come back and rewatch one of the full races that we do.
Absolutely, I look forward to him coming up through the front there, or through the back there. One to go green. Looks like we're getting ready to go racing again.
Look on the front car in front of you. So I can get it going green.
Pace car lights are out. We're looking at the start finish line. Pace car should be bleeding off now. Green flag's waving.
Flag.
Looks like that top line didn't get going as fast as the bottom line again there, Ken. But Gary Corbett sliding up into the 4th position currently, looking right behind to tag along.
Boy, John Hastings made a heck of a move from the top of the track. Cut it down right between Mike Watts and Dave Hunt. That was a great move there.
I got damaged, guys. I don't think he's going to want to stay behind me.
Actually, that wasn't Dave Hunt. That was Ed Adams. Trying to get used to these new color schemes.
The color schemes will throw you off. Looks like we have a little bit of buffeting coming off that turn 4 again. Concerning. If they go 3 wide at the end of this race, that's not going to go well.
Oh, we'll definitely have some ripped up fenders and corner panels.
Well, we noticed in the Monday night race, once you got locked in, you really had nowhere to move. There was so much movement in the truck or in the cars at that point that you couldn't move around. I'm wondering if these drivers are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah, I was trapped down on the low side, and I know you were trapped on the high side, and I really wanted to get up, see if I could do something in the 3rd group, but there was no way I could get up there.
Yeah, it was a real tight mix and very difficult to do anything, so you kind of just got stuck where you were.
214 pitting.
Sounds like some guys are going into the pits now. We're at lap 21 to go.
Yeah, but if it's only 1 or 2 trucks going in with you, you're not going to get the draft advantage. You need to go in with a bigger group of vehicles.
I agree from what I've been seeing over this race. It does look like Gary Corbett's sitting in 5th position right now, and everybody's kind of 2 by 2 by 2. I have to say, racing Daytona is one of the most nerve-wracking races that you can actually participate in.
I think the Daytona track is actually a lot tougher. I think Talladega isn't near as tough as what this track is. Talladega being a little bit wider, I make that track just a little easier than what this one does.
I have to agree with you. We look at John Hastings poking out, wonder if they're going to start worrying about heat.
Yeah, you can only stay behind each other that tight for a certain time without blowing the motor. I see Brian Glass is on the top side, front vehicle in the top groove, so Brian's starting to show some power.
Again, Ken, I don't see that top groove making a good enough headway, and it concerns me that anybody in that top groove is going to kind of be at a loss.
Yeah, you need some good help from behind, too, to push you up towards the front. You can't do it on your own out here, and need a good teammate or a good friend out there to give you a shove once in a while.
And when 10 laps to go, you have no friends at Daytona.
You do, but you don't.
19 laps to go. We're still running really clean here, and good, nice, solid run by these guys. Looks like Brian Glass did get up beside the Chris, number 142. He is getting up beside him. Just coming off that turn 4, doesn't look like he can poke ahead.
Brian might be biting his time. He may be learning where he has to take a run on that last lap or so. But I think these guys are going to have to pit. I think some of these guys are going to have to pit one more time yet.
Brian does, in the 87, finally does get ahead with the help of the 03 of Ralph Vander, pushing them to the front. And it looks like they could actually slide down if they wanted to at this point. 89 sitting in 3rd position now, coming by him off the top row. I'm hearing pit stops coming in, Ken. What are you hearing?
I'm hearing the same thing. I think some of them are towards the front of our pack here.
I heard 107, 147, I believe. We'll have to see. Yeah, there they go. All 3 of them. 147, 107, and what is that, 146?
Yeah, the 3-digit cars, they hung together.
Yeah, they did. That's a smart play by those 3 trucks.
Oh, most definitely. Have somebody to come out there and keep it in a straight line to try to keep your speed up when they come back out.
I was privy to some information of my understanding is 2 of those new drivers, I believe, are on a Whisper channel, so they are teammates from my understanding. Might be all 3 of them.
Very possible. Or they're getting a 3rd friend real fast.
Yes, they are. It looks like Brian Glass, Ralph Vander, and then Mike Schrader looks like he was pulling out 3rd position. I'm going to have to check that again, but that's what it kind of looked like to me.
Yeah, Schrader making a nice run on the top groove out there. Brian could come down real easy, but he's just biting his time. I think he likes the top groove. He must feel he's faster up there than he is down low.
Absolutely. He might think that in case of sliding up, he can control himself better on that high line. Mike Schrader, number 4, is going on the bottom row. Going to look under Ralph Vander, currently sitting there looking underneath the 53, trying to poke his head around. If Mike gets some help with some the 16 and the 89 there, getting a little closer to each other's bumper, I think he'll be able to push up.
Oh, that's very possible. And hey, I see Chris Scales. First time we mentioned his name tonight, he's running in the top 10.
Yeah, I've been watching him poke around all night long. He's kind of been there and out, in and out, in and out. But I think he's just keeping that nose of that truck clean and gonna really push it towards the end here.
Gonna take that lead, that monster damage.
Oh, it looks like Thomas Ogle slides down in front of the number 4 of Mike Schrader on that low line. Maybe he thinks he's a little faster than Mike, and Mike can push him. Mike will get up on that back bumper and push him through.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, he is definitely giving Thomas Ogle a push to the good.
We got 14 to go here, Pete. We're starting to head down to the end of this race. You see, we got a group of cars, not too far ahead of these leaders, and that can make it kind of interesting here real soon.
Well, Ken, your prediction so far, and it's a little too early to call, but 14 laps to go, and Brian Glass is up front.
I was just trying to get in front of 18 because he's got spoiler damage.
He definitely is a tough competitor. A lot of fun to race around. Very safe to be around. You know you're not going to get crashed out by Brian.
16.
Now it looks like the 78's trying to get on the bumper of the 53, push him up there. Brian Glass decides to drop down in that lower line. Everybody's pitting in that front run. Top 10 cars are, it looks like, come in. Top 5. Pit road's pretty busy.
Yeah, it is. I think they made the right choice. I think they gave themselves a good time to duck in real quick, get together, and try to get back out and get nose to tail and get her up to speed real fast.
Looks like that puts Dave Coburn in a lead currently, right, with Chris Gales in second when they come across the stripe, if they stay where they're at now.
Yeah, nice run for Dave Coburn. Been gone from the OBRL for a couple weeks, and coming back. Work has been interfering with his racing, and good to see Dave Coburn back.
Absolutely.
104 tonight.
Looks like one of 104 is coming into pits as well. 53 still stuck on the outside of 162, I believe that is. Here comes Mike Schrader bleeding back into the pack here, coming out of pit lane, along with the 32, who's in the middle of the back stretch, kind of trying to bleed up into there.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Mike Berger. He's running third. He's one of our 3-digit cars, new to the league, and nice job by Mike.
Yeah, it is. We've got the 32.
Dave, come on in.
09 slides underneath the 42 at this point. We're got 6 cars in a pack here. Looks like they should start working together here.
94 pitting.
162's coming in with the 8 and the 78. So the top 3's come in. 42 slides underneath the 28.
Oh, that was close.
Kind of congested in the backstretch with cars coming out of pit road, coming up to speed, and guys are going too wide, and they got to kind of make room for the guy to get back up to speed coming out of the pit area. So a little bit of give and take by those guys out there.
We'll have to see how this shakes out once all the pit stops are done, but we're looking at 11 to go. We're going to cross the stripe and go for 10 laps to go.
Gotta get closer to him, Ralph.
You know, actually, this track looks a mess right now with cars exiting the pit, cars coming into the pit, too wide. It's getting scary out there.
Yeah, it's definitely go time.
10
I
laps
see
to go.
Kevin Rupert's running 12th position right now, so Kevin's strategy hopefully playing out right for him.
The 18 is all over the 67th rear bumper. I think they might have made contact going into what 4 there, but they come out okay. 18 is.
It looks like Steve has a little bit of left rear damage, but I think that's from an earlier incident. I don't think that was just recently with Dan Berghoff.
I'm not sure if they made contact or not, but Dan definitely had a run on Steve.
09 will be pitting this lap. Gary, I'll be pitting this lap.
I just heard 09 chant out that he's going to be coming to the pit road.
Yeah, come on down, 28.
Brian McCubbin in the 09 truck did make a late pit stop for gas, so I'm a little concerned if he can't make it, no one else can, because I thought Brian was the last one to come in and top off the field.
Our leader has Chris Monroe on his tail right now. Just 1 and 2 truck here. Going Pops Keener's behind him. If Pops can catch up to him, I think Pops just dove into the pit lane.
Yeah, Pops running third there. He dove in, get splash of fuel to finish up the last 8 laps here.
Could have been all over, but you got room.
I'm behind you, Larson. I'll push it.
See Dave DeJuris dropped out, disconnected for the rest of the race, loaded up for the night. I know he had damage from a previous incident out on the racetrack.
88, Gary Corbett sitting in 17th. They got a 17, 18, 19 pack going on right now.
I'm clear, go to bottom.
Not easy for a broadcast evening. We got trucks all around the track.
Yeah, we do. They are everywhere.
8 laps to go.
You guys tell me I couldn't get up far enough. Sorry, Tony, I didn't want to lose the front group.
I'm still wondering what Kevin Rupert did. I don't know if he came into the pits or did not come into the pits, but I'm interested to see what happens to him with the
Kevin did top off right before our last green flag start here, and he's running 10th right now.
You need to stay single. Where's the leader?
But I'm not sure. I don't think he's got enough fuel in there to go all the way. I really don't.
I don't either, but it seems like he's racing like he does. Currently sitting in our 10th spot.
If I was Kevin, I'd get on the rear bumper of the truck in front of me so I didn't have to use quite as much fuel.
Yeah, that 28's pushing him too, so wonder if Kevin's just leaving that cushion though, because Kevin knows when it gets rough out there, he's going to need some reaction time. We got 6 laps to go. I'm not sure if we have enough for that backpack to catch those 2 or 3 up front there. Looking at what, a 7. I'm trying to see what the changes between the top 3 is. A 5-second change right now, or 5-second gap.
Yeah, it's 5 seconds between Eddie Jones and Ed Adams there, but I'm not sure who all has to pit. I am so far
I'm gonna have to
out on this one here because I just can't keep up with everyone out there. I don't even know if those guys know what's going on out there, if they can make it or not.
I don't think they know, Ken, so we're just going to have to wait and see like everybody else. Kevin Rupert's now up to 8th position. I don't know if he can make the 03 cut there. We'll have to see. He's standing and holding his low line. Those number 7 and number 28 are not coming down to fill the gap. So 28 does slide down finally.
Come on up here. Let's go.
Well, we know Wally and Chris Voyles, we know they can make it to the end because we've seen them pit before. So, man, this is going to be interesting here.
I just heard John Held call out to Mike Schrader, say, "Get on my back bumper."
Full car high, guys.
Oh, and Mike's definitely pushing John Held past these cars.
Well, he asked him to, so be careful what you ask for, John. Looks like they go past the lap car. Lap truck, sorry.
Yeah, it slowed those two guys up a little bit, trying to make that run to the front. John Hastings trying to get behind Mike Schrader, pushing both of those guys up.
3 laps to go at this point, and I'll tell you what, I don't think these guys have it. We're still at a 4.5 second gap between the first 3 and the rest of the pack here. I think the action's going to be right where I'm looking, but we will switch over to our leader and with a lap to go.
Hey, Tony, I'm pitting. 12 pitting.
Kevin Rupert
12 is
calling out, going in the pits.
Yes, sir, I heard him. He didn't have enough. He was 2 laps short.
Hell of a strategy, just didn't quite work out for Kevin.
2 laps to go as the leader crossed the stripe. Thomas Ogle seems to be getting a little impatient right now with the 2 to go behind the 42.
I'm gonna push you, Robert.
I know he's going to go to the high side looking for a pass. Let's see how wide Ed makes his truck. Oh, we have the 14 in third position right now, following the 147. Seems like Eddie's pit strategy might have worked out for him.
Yeah, he's been quiet all race long. He come alive right at the very end here.
1 to go. Here we go. We got 1 lap to go. We are looking at our checkered flag next time by. And we got a nice group of top 4 with Wally, 147, 14, 142, and number 42, Ed Larson. Ed is 3 seconds behind, so I think the top 3 are where we're looking.
See Tom Ogle passing Ed Adams down the backstretch with the help of Ralph Vander.
147, 142 is pushing 147 really hard. 35 tried to get on the back of 14. It looks like it's going to be a 147. I don't know if they have anything left in them, but it's 147 taking the win. 14, wow, 142 in second, 14 in third.
Wow, good job by Wally Tirheimer, Chris Voyles, and Eddie Jones.
Cheatin' Jones puts himself in third position tonight.
Relatively clean race. We only had, 4 cautions? Not so bad.
I think we figured out who the teammates are tonight. 141 and 146, is that it? 147 and 142. Pushing each other to a 1-2 finish. Behind was followed by Cheatin' Jones and Ed Larson in fourth.
Go start-finish line up your win picture.
Yeah, and 5 through 10, we're going to have Tom Ogle and, hey, our buddy John Hastings running 6th tonight. Good job by John Hastings. Ralph Vander running 7th. Mike Schrader jumping all the way up to 8th.
I did.
Starting towards the back of the field. Robert Crisco finishing 9th and John Hill getting 10th.
That was a good race by all. I'll tell you what, that was exciting towards the end there. It was a bit confusing for us broadcasters, but it was a joy to watch.
I thought we had a chance there for a second or two, John.
Kevin Rupert finishing 22nd.
Yeah, we had to stay longer on the top. It's the only way we could do it, but that's all good. It was a fun race.
We're going to try to catch the top 3 podium finishers here real quick, so...
Oh, I think I'm gonna make it.
10-4. Eddie Jones, Ken and Coco up in the booth. You hear us?
Yeah, I got you. What's going on?
Hey, congratulations on your 3rd place race tonight. How did everything go out there?
That's actually probably my first top 10 at a super speedway race in this league, so I'm pretty ecstatic.
Any close calls out there tonight for you?
No, I raced nobody all night long. I just drove around.
Well, Eddie, we were commenting on you. You were quiet all night long, and then we saw you in the top three. We were kind of surprised. It sounds like your pitch strategy worked out. Anything special there?
Well, I knew on that after that last stint there, I knew I was going to have to pit, and I didn't know who I was going to pit with because I couldn't get with Steve. We just never worked around each other, and I saw these two guys they called out. They were going in, so I didn't know much about them. I just said, I'm going to jump in there with them and see what happens. And, I got to thank Westerfield. He tried to give me a shove there at the end.
Yeah, Westerfield was a lap truck giving you some help there.
User entered your channel.
Just couldn't get really on you that back bumper to give you much help, but he was definitely there for you.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, any incidents tonight, Eddie? Any points? You come out here with a 0 and a top 3?
No, I come out of here clean. We can go racing now. Get away from this crap.
Well, that's a congratulations right there in itself, let alone the top 3. Fantastic finish, Eddie. It was a joy to watch, man, and good job out there. Ken?
Good job, Eddie. Good luck to you the rest of the season, sir.
Thank you, fellas.
Well, that was Eddie Jones as Ken goes and gets our second place finish. Eddie Jones seems to have different names every race, but we're enjoying messing around with Eddie. Eddie's our director of race review, and he's a fun guy to have around. We'll have to see. I'm sure we'll see him in the booth many, many times.
Hey, I have Chris Voyles down here. Chris, this is Ken and Coco in the booth. You hear us, buddy?
Yes, sir, man. How y'all doing today? Thanks for the broadcast, too, by the way.
Not a problem. Congratulations on a nice second place run tonight. How did everything go for you tonight?
Went as planned.
User entered your channel.
We had worked a couple things out there on our pit stops, and
Sound
early on in
muted.
the race, we knew exactly what we were going to do, and we got lucky. It came to, it was a good call, and we came 1 and 2.
Fantastic. Were you guys on another channel kind of coordinating efforts? It seemed like you guys had it down pat and doing a really good job.
Yes, sir. We had discussed it fairly early in the race and in practice too. We were discussing about how we were going to do our pit stops. So, we had a good routine down pretty much, and just stuck.
Fantastic. How was the truck for you tonight? Was it easy to drive? Was it buffeting a bit? It looked like turn 4 was a little rough coming off turn 4.
Yeah, the truck, when you got in a large group of trucks, yeah, they would buff it around and back and forth, side to side. You get runs, and then you'd have to check up. But as far as the driving, I mean, the truck handled great. I mean, I really liked the way this truck was, glued to the track. It wasn't that loose. It wasn't real tight in a draft, so it drove really well.
Seeing you're new to the OBRL, what do you think of this league, and what brought you to this league?
Well, actually, watching Ed Adams run, I see him post on Facebook and everything, and saw him running this league, and I know I'm getting old myself, so I figured I might as well come join this league and see what it's about.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations on a second place finish. It was fun to watch. I definitely watched you guys hook up and go. We look forward to many more races with you, and some more times hopefully up here in the booth on the Wednesday night live broadcast. And with this Gary Corbett sponsorship, it's going really well. I'm real excited about it, and I think you guys will benefit greatly from what we have to offer. So good luck. Welcome to the league, and congratulations on a second place finish.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Ken. And again, thanks for the broadcast. Y'all do a great job.
Thank you so much.
All right, Ken, you want to go grab our number 1 top finisher?
Yeah, Wally Tirheimer. Wally, how are you doing tonight? And congratulations on a big win at Daytona.
Wow, that's I'm kind of shocked. It's awesome. Like, it was hard to drive those last 5 laps, man. My heart was pounding. I'm like, wow, we're gonna do this,
Were you a little worried with Eddie Jones behind you the last lap or two trying to push you?
Well, I thought that he was, since we were together that whole time and he was right on pits with us, I figured that he was going to try something. And if he had good help, he had a chance. If he had more than one truck, then he had a really good chance. But it's hard to get clear. When you only got 2 trucks against 2, it's hard to get clear on that outside if we keep a good run on the bottom.
Yeah, we were watching the top run, and I wasn't quite sure, to be honest with you, if that top run had enough off it. It looked like on turn 4 they just didn't have the bite that they needed to get around anything, and they would lose a lot in the turn. So they'd fight back and go on the entry. So it was a top line kind of difficult to be running that night.
Well, we used to run an awful lot of the restrictor plate tracks years ago, and we haven't done a lot of it lately. And running the outside, we used to do an awful lot of side drafting. You stay tight and have some good racing like that. Without it, the outside line doesn't go at all. So when you're next to somebody, when you're having to stay up in your lane in the corner, you lose everything. So that was what I thought was the big difference in the early running. Just trying to get the feel of the truck in the first segment. We planned to stay in the back pretty much, and then all of a sudden, after the first segment, we came out, I think, in top 10 or something like that. And we're like, wow, this is pretty awesome. So we're just going to stay up here. And the fact that we felt the way it was on the outside, we kind of knew that we didn't really want to be out there.
Yeah, we noticed that going in. The top line was not moving as well as it could have or should have, and it was definitely a fight to get up next to that top runner, and it makes it tough with all the buffeting going on. We saw also that coming off turn 4, you got a lot of buffet if you were in a big group. Was that correct?
Yeah, you had to really prepare. You couldn't just think you're going to hug the line at the same arc the whole time. You really had to pick your spot where you kept down on that line on the exit of 4, or you're going to drift up a little bit. So you had to be on top of you.
Fantastic. Okay, well, listen, congratulations on a top finish there, first place finish. It's hard to win in this league. You won on a very difficult track, and it was a joy to watch. Good luck with the rest of your season. Good luck with the OBRL. And Ken, what do you got for him?
Wally, I just want to wish you great congratulations on a great first place finish so early in your OBRL career and all that, and good luck to you the rest of the season. And Wally, what brought you to the OBRL?
Well, Chris and I are friends, and we race with Ed. He raced with us in a max velocity league back in the day, and Chris said, "Let's go on over and let's try this one out." So that's what we're doing, and so far it looks like it's a nice tight ship that's been run, and everyone plays fair and plays right, and there's no. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking.
Sounds great. Well, congratulations again, and good luck to you the rest of the season.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, and congratulations. Well, Ken, I think that ends our broadcast. I want to thank you again for your time. I want to thank Gary, CorbettMusic.com for sponsoring the live broadcast OBRL Truck Race. This has been a fantastic race to watch. We had some newcomers win the race tonight, and I think that just shows that anybody can win. So thank you very much. Thanks for taking your time out and listening to our broadcast. Ken, again, thank you for your time. Thanks for joining me up here in the booth. Any last words?
It's been a pleasure again, Pete. I love working with you, and I always look forward to Wednesday nights announcing with you. Yeah, I don't mind being out there driving, but this is a lot of fun. Also.
Well, fantastic. Well, everybody, you have a great evening, a safe holiday if we don't see you, and enjoy the race broadcast recording, and we'll see you next week from OBRL. Gary Corbett, Truck Series OBRL. Bye-bye.